The news of Jasmine's second pregnancy sent shockwaves through her fanbase, igniting a firestorm of speculation, jealousy, and disbelief that no one could have predicted. From the moment she dropped the bombshell announcement, the reality TV world seemed to tilt on its axis. Kirk Frost, her husband and longtime reality star, was immediately pulled into the center of the storm, with cameras, social media, and even close friends scrambling to figure out what had led to this explosive revelation. The morning after the announcement, Jasmine was spotted leaving her home, her face a mixture of nervous anticipation and restrained joy, clutching her phone tightly as she scrolled through the flood of messages pouring in from fans, family, and acquaintances alike. Each notification seemed to bring a new wave of disbelief, ranging from congratulations to accusations, from shock to outright outrage. Her closest friends were caught in the whirlwind, some calling to offer support, others whispering behind her back, unsure how to navigate this minefield of emotions. The Frost family itself was divided. Some members expressed happiness, others voiced concern about the timing, and a few were rumored to be seething with jealousy over the attention Jasmine was now commanding. Inside sources claimed that tension between Kirk and Jasmine had been simmering for weeks before the official announcement. Friends revealed that Kirk had been distant, preoccupied with business deals and his public image, while Jasmine had been carrying the secret pregnancy alone, unsure how the news would hit him and the rest of the family. One source described a particularly heated argument between the two, just days before the public reveal, where emotions ran so high that even their closest confidants feared for the stability of their relationship. Kirk was in shock, a family insider told us. He didn't know how to react at first. Jasmine tried to reassure him, but the emotions were overwhelming. Social media, of course, became the battlefield where fans and critics alike laid siege to every detail. Memes spread within hours, speculating about everything from Kirk's reaction to Jasmine's previous pregnancies. Comment sections erupted with debate. Was this planned? Was it an accident? Was the timing intentional for maximum drama on reality TV? Every angle was dissected, with opinions flying faster than any official statement could be issued. As the day wore on, paparazzi captured images of Jasmine meeting with close friends at a local cafe, her demeanor cautious yet determined. She appeared to be seeking advice, trying to navigate the treacherous waters of public scrutiny while maintaining her personal boundaries. "I just want to do this right," she was overheard saying, her voice steady but tinged with anxiety. The cafe meeting quickly became fodder for online speculation. Fans speculated whether the friends present were mediators, confidants, or secret strategists in the unfolding drama. Rumors of family confrontations swirled as insiders leaked messages and private conversations, claiming that certain family members were furious that Jasmine had revealed the news publicly before consulting them. The tension escalated when Kirk finally broke his silence on social media. His first post was cryptic, a short caption under a carefully staged photo. "Life has a way of surprising us." Fans immediately dissected every word, reading it as either supportive, skeptical, or even passive-aggressive, depending on who you asked. The following days only heightened the drama. Jasmine's friends reported that the couple had endured multiple confrontations, each more intense than the last. One insider described a scene where Kirk confronted Jasmine at home. Emotions flaring, voices raised, accusations flying like sparks from a fire. "How could you keep this from me?" Kirk allegedly shouted. Jasmine, tears streaming, purportedly, responded, "I was scared, Kirk. I didn't know how you'd react, and I didn't want to lose you or the family over this." The scene, if true, painted a picture of a couple caught between love, fear, and public scrutiny, with every emotion amplified by the reality TV lens. Meanwhile, fans continued to react in real time, their messages ranging from heartfelt congratulations to outraged disbelief. Commentators and reality TV bloggers speculated endlessly. Was this a publicity stunt, a genuine family update, or the start of a larger saga? Some even suggested that Jasmine's careful timing was designed to maximize media coverage, coinciding with a lull in reality TV storylines to capture attention. The rumors extended beyond social media and into real-life encounters. Sources claimed that Kirk's children from previous relationships had their own reactions, some supportive, some wary of the family dynamics shifting. Extended family members reportedly held emergency meetings behind closed doors, debating how to respond, publicly and privately. The house itself became a theater of emotions, with whispered conversations, furtive glances, and occasional outbursts signaling that nothing would ever be the same. In the midst of all this, Jasmine seemed to navigate the chaos with a combination of poise and vulnerability. She granted a rare interview to a popular entertainment outlet, her voice steady but eyes betraying the weight of the past weeks. "I love Kirk," she said, "and this child is a blessing. I hope everyone can see that. It's been hard, yes, but we're figuring it out together." Kirk, meanwhile, remained largely silent publicly, fueling further speculation. Behind closed doors, however, insiders claimed that the couple spent hours talking through their fears, expectations, and hopes, attempting to reconcile their personal lives with the ever-present media scrutiny. The drama didn't stop with the immediate family. Friends and fellow reality stars weighed in, each comment igniting further waves of fan reaction. Some questioned the morality and timing of the pregnancy. Others praised Jasmine's courage for coming forward, and a few even hinted at long-standing tensions that this announcement had merely exposed. In one particularly dramatic twist, a friend allegedly leaked a private text from Kirk to a family member, expressing confusion and frustration but also a desire to support Jasmine. The text read, "I don't know how to feel yet, but she's carrying my child. That changes everything. I just need time to process." The leak sent fans into a frenzy, debating whether Kirk's initial shock would give way to acceptance or if it would spark further conflict. As days turned into weeks, the narrative continued to evolve. Gossip blogs ran continuous coverage, each new post layering speculation upon speculation. Insider reports described late-night phone calls, secret meetings with family lawyers, and tense household discussions, painting a picture of a reality TV family navigating one of its most sensational storylines yet. Every twist seemed to invite another. Rumors circulated that Jasmine considered a temporary separation to ease tensions, while Kirk was allegedly consulting with close friends about how to handle the public fallout. The stakes were high, relationships hung in the balance, public perception teetered, and every move was scrutinized through the lens of social media magnification. The story reached its first climax when the couple reportedly attended a family dinner intended to bridge gaps and calm nerves. Witnesses claimed that emotions ran high, with sharp words exchanged, some tears shed, and a sense of precarious balance in the air. "It was like watching a tightrope act," one source described. "Any wrong move, and it could all collapse." The Frost family was left divided, with some members siding unequivocally with Jasmine, others aligning with Kirk, and still others attempting to mediate, only to find themselves caught in the crossfire. Fans watching from the outside could feel the tension, commenting in droves online, analyzing every post, every story, every image. The rumor mill churned relentlessly, and just when it seemed the drama had peaked, insiders hinted at yet another twist, one that promised to keep fans glued to their screens. Whispers of a previously undisclosed family conflict, hidden grievances, and old rivalries suggested that this announcement was only the beginning. Jasmine's pregnancy had ignited a chain reaction, exposing vulnerabilities, reigniting old tensions, and bringing unresolved family dynamics into the spotlight like never before. As the world watched, the narrative became more than a personal announcement. It evolved into a saga of love, loyalty, betrayal, and public scrutiny. The Frost family, always a fixture in reality television, had now entered uncharted territory, with fans captivated by every detail, every whisper, every emerging conflict. It was clear that nothing would ever be the same again, and with each passing day, the story grew more tangled, more emotionally charged, and more impossible to ignore. The world of reality TV just exploded, and you won't believe what just came out. Jasmine, the reality star who has kept fans on the edge of their seats for years, has officially announced her second pregnancy. And, yes, the rumors are true. Kirk Frost is the father. Social media is in a frenzy and emotions are running high, as fans scramble to process the shocking news. For weeks, whispers circulated behind closed doors, hints dropped in interviews, subtle social media posts that only the most devoted fans could catch, but now it's out in the open. The question on everyone's lips: how did this happen, and what does it mean for the Frost family? The announcement didn't come quietly. Jasmine went live on Instagram, her voice trembling with emotion as she revealed the news. "I've been holding this close to my heart, but it's time you all knew. Yes, I'm pregnant again, and Kirk is the father." The reactions were instantaneous. Comments flooded in, some supportive, some incredulous, and others downright outraged. Fans couldn't stop talking, And the drama isn't just confined to social media. Insiders are whispering about explosive confrontations behind the scenes. Emotions ran high at family gatherings, with some members thrilled for Jasmine, while others were left questioning loyalty, love, and trust. The situation is a ticking time bomb, with jealousy, heartbreak, and unexpected twists waiting to unfold. You might think you know the Frost family, but nothing could have prepared anyone for this revelation. Stick around, because in the next minutes, you're going to hear every detail of the story. The behind-the-scenes chaos, and the shocking fallout that has left fans everywhere, stunned and divided. This isn't just another pregnancy announcement. It's a drama-filled saga that could change everything you thought you knew about Jasmine, Kirk, and the world of reality TV. The storm surrounding Jasmine's second pregnancy announcement only grew more intense in the following days, and the Frost household became the center of a reality TV spectacle unlike anything fans had ever witnessed. Behind closed doors, arguments echoed through the walls, while outside, paparazzi camped out to capture even the slightest glimpse of the embattled couple. Every car ride, every late-night light flickering in the window became a headline, every expression on Jasmine's face or silence from Kirk dissected endlessly by the public. The tension reached boiling point when Jasmine and Kirk were spotted at a restaurant in Atlanta, supposedly for a quiet dinner to talk things through. Instead, what unfolded was far from peaceful. Witnesses described a scene of raised voices, Jasmine's eyes welling with tears, and Kirk leaning across the table with a face twisted in frustration. "Why would you tell the world before telling me everything first?" he reportedly said, his voice sharp, the words carrying far enough that nearby diners caught every syllable. Jasmine, visibly shaken but defiant, fired back, "Because I was tired of hiding? I wanted to live my truth, Kirk. I couldn't keep pretending." That dinner confrontation spread across blogs within hours, complete with blurry paparazzi photos that showed Jasmine storming out of the restaurant, Kirk trailing behind, his expression unreadable. Fans went wild online, some rallying behind Jasmine's decision to go public, others slamming her for blindsiding Kirk. Emotions ran high as hashtags like #TeamJasmine and #TeamKirk trended, dividing social media into factions that mirrored the division brewing within their family. Back at home, things grew more complicated. Rashida, Kirk's longtime partner and businesswoman in her own right, found herself caught in the crossfire. Insiders revealed that she confronted Kirk in a tense private conversation, demanding clarity on where his loyalties lay. "Do you even realize what this looks like?" she allegedly asked, her tone cutting but filled with pain. "Our family is on display, Kirk. Everyone is watching, and you've put me in the middle of a storm I didn't create." Kirk, struggling to hold his ground, reportedly responded, "I never asked for this to go public like this. I didn't even know she was ready to say it." The confrontation highlighted the tangled web of emotions now ensnaring the Frost family. Rashida's feelings of betrayal and Jasmine's quest for recognition clashed in a storm that threatened to tear the family dynamic apart. Meanwhile, Jasmine remained resolute in her public stance. She posted a heartfelt video message on her social media, her voice quivering as she addressed the tidal wave of speculation. "This is my life," she said softly. "This is my child. I won't apologize for that. I know people have their opinions, and I know not everyone will understand, but I believe in my heart that this child is a blessing, no matter what anyone says." The video garnered millions of views within hours, sparking fresh debates and igniting emotional responses from fans worldwide. Some praised her bravery, calling her a warrior mama for standing her ground in the face of criticism. Others accused her of seeking attention, saying the announcement was nothing more than a ploy for relevance in the reality TV world. The division among fans mirrored the growing cracks within the Frost inner circle. Reports surfaced of heated, late-night phone calls between Kirk and family members, some urging him to man up and take control, others advising him to stand by Jasmine and show support. The conflicting pressures weighed heavily on Kirk, who found himself in a no-win situation where every decision would be scrutinized by millions. In the midst of this chaos, an unexpected twist surfaced. A leaked audio clip made its way online, allegedly recorded during one of Kirk and Jasmine's private conversations. In it, Kirk's voice could be heard saying, "I just need to know this is real, Jasmine. I need to know you're not playing me, not using this to get ahead." Jasmine's voice, trembling but firm, replied, "You think I'd lie about something like this, about a child? This isn't a game, Kirk, this is our reality." The leak only added fuel to the fire, sparking a frenzy of theories about whether Kirk truly trusted Jasmine or if he suspected deeper motives behind her announcement. Blogs, vlogs, and podcasts dissected every word, every inflection, turning the private pain of a couple into public entertainment. Family tensions escalated further when Jasmine attempted to attend a family gathering with Kirk's relatives, hoping to smooth things over. What was supposed to be a moment of reconciliation quickly unraveled into chaos. Witnesses described shouting matches, accusations of betrayal, and even tears shed at the dinner table. "You went behind our backs, Jasmine," one relative reportedly cried. "This family deserves respect." Jasmine, holding her ground, fired back. "Respect goes both ways. I didn't ask for your approval, I wanted to share my truth." The explosive dinner left the family more fractured than ever, with some storming out and others staying behind in silence, unsure how to pick up the pieces. Yet, even in the midst of heartbreak and turmoil, Jasmine refused to back down. Her resolve became a rallying cry for many fans who saw her as a symbol of strength and independence. Supporters flooded her page with messages of encouragement, telling her to hold her head high and never let anyone dim her light. The Frost saga became the hottest topic in entertainment, with every development chronicled in real time. TV networks picked up the story, turning it into headline news, while fellow reality stars chimed in with their own opinions. Some siding with Jasmine, others condemning her. Every voice added another layer of drama, pulling fans deeper into the whirlwind. Through it all, Kirk struggled to maintain a public image of calm, even as insiders reported he was unraveling behind closed doors. "He's torn," one source said. "He loves Jasmine, but he feels betrayed. He wants to protect his family, but he doesn't know how to fix the mess." With emotions running high, trust shattered, and the family more divided than ever, it became clear that the story was far from over. Just when fans thought they had seen it all, whispers began to circulate about a shocking revelation. Something that could completely shift the narrative and turn the Frost family drama upside down once again. As the whispers of an even bigger revelation began to spread, the Frost family saga spiraled further into chaos. And every move Kirk and Jasmine made was scrutinized under a microscope. Fans who had been divided between support and outrage now sensed that something darker was brewing behind the scenes, and insiders hinted that the true story of Jasmine's pregnancy might be far more complicated than anyone realized. One night, Kirk was spotted leaving a recording studio in Atlanta, looking visibly exhausted and clutching his phone as though he'd just received troubling news. Paparazzi photos captured his furrowed brow and downcast expression, sparking a flurry of speculation online. "What's he hiding?" fans asked. "Why does he look so defeated?" It didn't take long before an anonymous source stepped forward with claims that Kirk was dealing with more than just public backlash. He was wrestling with a secret that could unravel the entire family dynamic. According to the source, Kirk had confided in a close friend that he wasn't entirely sure if Jasmine's baby was his, and the weight of that uncertainty was eating him alive. "He wants to believe her," the source revealed, "but the doubts are there and they're tearing him apart." The rumor of a potential paternity test spread like wildfire, igniting a storm of commentary online. Fans erupted with speculation. Was Kirk planning to demand a test? Had Jasmine anticipated this reaction? Was the baby announcement a carefully calculated move to secure her place in the Frost legacy? Emotions ran high as gossip blogs feasted on the possibility, painting a picture of a man trapped between suspicion and responsibility, and a woman determined to prove her loyalty against all odds. Jasmine, meanwhile, was not backing down. She doubled down on her truth, posting another emotional statement on her Instagram story. "This child is a blessing, and no one can take that away from me. I won't let rumors, doubts, or gossip tarnish what's real. Kirk knows where we stand, and the truth will speak for itself." Her fiery words only fueled the debate further, with fans splitting into even more divided camps. Hashtags like #BelieveJasmine and #KirkDeservesTheTruth trended simultaneously, turning the couple's private pain into a worldwide conversation. Behind the scenes, the tension grew unbearable. Friends close to the couple described nights of shouting matches, followed by stretches of icy silence. "It's like walking on eggshells around them," one insider said. "One moment they're trying to talk it out calmly, the next, they're accusing each other of betrayal." In one particularly dramatic confrontation, sources claimed Kirk exploded, slamming his fist against the table and shouting, "You left me in the dark, Jasmine. You made me look like a fool." Jasmine, visibly shaken, reportedly shot back, "You think I wanted this? You think I wanted to be judged, attacked, and doubted? I told the world because I had no choice. You were never going to stand by me otherwise." Their words cut deep, echoing the growing chasm between them. And as if the tension weren't enough, Rashida, who had been struggling silently in the background, finally decided to confront Jasmine directly. The two women allegedly came face to face at a mutual friends gathering, and what started as a cautious exchange quickly escalated into a fiery clash. "You've dragged my family into chaos," Rashida reportedly told Jasmine, her tone cold but her voice trembling with anger. "You've turned this into a spectacle." Jasmine, refusing to be intimidated, shot back, "I didn't drag anyone. This is reality, Rashida. I didn't create the drama, I just stopped hiding from it." Witnesses described the atmosphere as electric, with onlookers frozen in shock as the two women exchanged sharp words, neither willing to back down. "It was like watching two storms collide," one attendee later said. Everyone knew that moment would change things forever. The fallout from the confrontation was immediate. Rumors spread that Rashida had given Kirk an ultimatum: stand firmly with her, or risk losing everything they'd built together. At the same time, Jasmine's friends encouraged her to hold her ground, telling her not to let anyone silence her truth. The Frost household became a battlefield of loyalty, with family members choosing sides and fans feeding the frenzy. Then came the twist that no one saw coming. A blog known for breaking celebrity scandals published what it claimed were leaked medical documents suggesting Jasmine had been keeping secrets about her timeline of pregnancy. According to the alleged leak, the conception date didn't line up neatly with the story Jasmine had shared, raising even more questions about who the father really was. Though the documents were never verified, the damage was done. Social media exploded with speculation, and Kirk was left reeling. "If this is true, everything changes," one of his close friends confided. "He doesn't know who to trust anymore." Jasmine, furious at the accusations, took to social media again, calling the leaks fabricated lies and vowing to fight back. "I will not be silenced," she declared in a live video, her voice cracking with emotion. "This is my life, my child, and my truth. I won't let anyone rewrite my story." But as her tears streamed down, fans could sense the immense pressure crushing her from all sides. The emotional toll was visible, and yet, the drama kept escalating. Gossip shows replayed her livestream endlessly, dissecting every word, every tear, every pause in her speech, while insiders claimed Kirk was secretly considering taking the paternity test to end the speculation once and for all. The Frost family, once known for surviving scandal after scandal, now seemed to be teetering on the edge of collapse. With trust hanging by a thread, loyalties fractured, and public scrutiny more intense than ever, it became clear that the story had reached a point of no return. Fans held their breath, waiting for the next shocking revelation, one that could either heal the rift or blow the entire family apart. And then, just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse, another secret began to surface that threatened to send the entire Frost drama into uncharted territory. The secret that had been bubbling beneath the surface finally burst into the open, and it was more explosive than anything the Frost family or their millions of fans have imagined. Just as speculation about paternity tests reached a fever pitch, a new voice entered the chaos, an ex-friend of Jasmine's, who claimed to know the real story behind her pregnancy. In a bombshell interview with a gossip outlet, the friend alleged that Jasmine had confided in her months earlier, confessing that she wasn't entirely sure about the timeline herself. The revelation sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. "She told me Kirk was the father," the friend insisted, but she also admitted there were complications. She was scared. She didn't know how to handle it. The confession, true or not, immediately became the hottest headline of the week, with fans demanding answers and critics accusing Jasmine of manipulating the situation for attention. The fallout was brutal. Kirk, blindsided by the leaked interview, reportedly confronted Jasmine in one of the most dramatic clashes yet. Insiders described the scene as emotionally charged, with Kirk's voice cracking under the weight of frustration. "Do you realize what you've done to me?" he shouted, pacing the room as Jasmine sat curled on the couch, her face pale and tear-streaked. "The world thinks I'm a fool. They think you played me. And you," his voice broke, and he stopped, staring at her in silence before muttering, "You promised me this wouldn't happen." Jasmine, her hands trembling, whispered back, "I never wanted this. I never wanted it to go this far. I just wanted us to be honest, Kirk. That's all I ever wanted." Their exchange, if the insider's account was true, revealed a couple on the brink of collapse, each one clinging desperately to love while drowning in betrayal and doubt. Rashida, who had remained publicly silent until now, finally broke her composure. In a carefully worded statement posted to her Instagram, she expressed exhaustion with the situation, writing, "Family is supposed to be a foundation, not a circus. I refuse to let my life be dictated by rumors, lies, and outside noise. At the end of the day, truth will always come to light, and those who stand on it will be the ones left standing." Though subtle, the message carried a sharp edge, and fans immediately interpreted it as a veiled shot at Jasmine. Within hours, Rashida's post had millions of likes and thousands of comments. Many praising her for her strength, while others accused her of deflecting responsibility from Kirk's involvement. The Frost family divide was now playing out not just behind closed doors, but in full view of the public, and fans couldn't get enough. Blogs dissected every post, podcasts speculated about every possible outcome, and YouTube videos, titled, "The Frost Family Implodes," racked up millions of views. Emotions ran high across the fandom. And the storyline became bigger than a simple pregnancy. It was now about loyalty, betrayal, power, and survival under the relentless spotlight of fame. But the most shocking twist came when Kirk himself reportedly began consulting lawyers. According to an insider leak, he wasn't just looking at paternity tests, he was also exploring what the fallout could mean for his finances, reputation, and family empire. "He's scared," the insider said. "He knows whatever move he makes next could destroy everything, but doing nothing will destroy him too." The leak sparked even more debate. Was Kirk preparing to distance himself from Jasmine entirely? Or was he simply trying to protect himself against the tidal wave of gossip and speculation that threatened to drown him? Meanwhile, Jasmine tried to reclaim control of the narrative with another emotional livestream. In the raw, unfiltered video, she clutched her belly and spoke directly to the camera, her voice breaking. "This baby is innocent," she said. "This baby didn't ask to be born into drama, lies, and gossip. This is our child, and no matter what anyone says, I know my truth. Kirk knows my truth, and I refuse to let anyone tear us apart." Her heartfelt plea resonated with many fans, sparking a wave of support that temporarily shifted the online tide in her favor. Messages of encouragement poured in, with fans urging her to stay strong and keep fighting for your family. But even that moment of sympathy couldn't erase the mounting pressure. Behind the scenes, Jasmine was said to be unraveling under the stress. Friends described her as exhausted, emotionally drained, and frustrated that no matter what she said, the rumors wouldn't stop. Kirk, equally worn down, was reportedly spending nights away from home, retreating to hotels or friends' houses to clear his head. The emotional distance between them grew wider, and fans feared the once solid couple might not survive the storm. The climax came at a family event meant to ease tensions, but instead, it turned into a dramatic showdown that insiders claimed was like a scene out of a reality TV finale. With extended relatives present, emotions boiled over. Accusations were thrown across the dinner table, old wounds were reopened, and at one point, Jasmine stood up, her voice shaking but fierce, declaring, "I'm tired of being treated like an outsider. I'm carrying this family's future inside me, and all I've gotten in return is judgment and betrayal." Kirk, torn between defending her and protecting his family, sat in silence, his hands clenched on the table, his eyes fixed on the floor. The room was thick with tension, the air practically vibrating with unspoken words, until finally, one relative stormed out, muttering, "This family will never be the same again." And they were right. By the end of that night, the Frost family had reached a breaking point, with battle lines drawn deeper than ever before. Fans watching from the outside knew that while the pregnancy announcement had started the storm, the drama was far from over. Rumors of final ultimatums, secret deals, and shocking revelations about to come kept the public hooked, desperate to know what the next chapter in the Frost family saga would bring. Because if there was one thing clear in all of this, it wasn't just a pregnancy. It was the unraveling of a family, a legacy, and a love story, all under the harshest spotlight imaginable. And as the world held its breath, waiting for the next bombshell, it became painfully clear. The drama had only just begun. The cameras may have stopped rolling on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but Kirk and Rashida Frost are making sure the spotlight doesn't fade. With their shocking departure from the show, many wondered if this power couple was stepping back from fame altogether. Instead, they've doubled down on their visibility by diving headfirst into their own project, The Journey. What's fascinating is how this move feels less like a retreat and more like a declaration of independence. For years, Kirk and Rashida's narrative was shaped, edited, and sometimes distorted through the lens of reality TV producers who thrived on chaos. But now, the couple is rewriting the script literally and figuratively by building a platform that allows them to share their truth, unfiltered and unapologetic. This is not just another reality show. This is a strategic pivot into storytelling, on their own terms. Fans who followed them through infidelity scandals, parenting struggles, and business ventures will now witness an evolution that feels raw, more vulnerable, and potentially more inspiring. Behind the cameras of The Journey, they're not just performers, they're producers, curators, and architects of their own legacy. What makes this even more powerful is the timing. In an era where audiences crave authenticity and direct connection, Kirk and Rashida are stepping into a cultural sweet spot. They're not hiding their flaws, they're highlighting their growth. And in doing so, they're teaching a masterclass in resilience, reinvention, and taking control of the narrative before the narrative controls you. And so, as the curtain falls on this chapter of Kirk and Rashida's story, one thing is clear: their journey is far from over. They may have stepped away from love and hip-hop, Atlanta, but they've stepped into a new spotlight, one where they control the narrative, the legacy, and the lessons they want to leave behind. The journey isn't just about reliving the past, it's about redefining their future, proving to themselves and the world that resilience, love, and faith can build an empire stronger than scandal, stronger than fame, and stronger than any reality TV storyline. For fans, this is more than entertainment. It's inspiration, a reminder that no matter how messy life gets, the power to rise, rebuild, and reinvent is always in your hands. And if Kirk and Rashida can do it, maybe you can too. So stay tuned, because their story isn't ending here, it's only just beginning. The story of Kirk and Rashida's journey is more than just a reality TV headline. It is a mirror reflecting resilience, transformation, and the courage to redefine what success and love look like in the public eye. For over a decade, fans have followed their ups and downs, and whether people rooted for them or doubted them, one thing is certain: their stories sparked conversations, emotions, and lessons that extend beyond entertainment. Now, as they step away from love and hip-hop, Atlanta, and embrace a new chapter with The Journey, the invitation is open for us to walk alongside them as they write their future. This is not just a continuation of their reality, it's a reinvention of it. If you've ever struggled in a relationship, battled criticism, or felt like the odds were stacked against you, then Kirk and Rashida's story will resonate deeply. Their transparency, though messy at times, revealed the raw humanity behind fame. Through betrayals, reconciliations, financial risks, and family building, they demonstrated that healing and growth are possible. But not without effort, accountability, and determination. That's why The Journey promises more than drama, it promises evolution, inspiration, and authenticity. This isn't about erasing the past, it's about rewriting the narrative for the future. As an audience, you have been part of this ride. From the very beginning, you've laughed, cried, criticized, and defended. You've watched their businesses rise and fall, their family grow, and their marriage tested. But now, you are being offered something different. A front-row seat to a story of reinvention that isn't filtered through the lens of a franchise but crafted through their own lens. On their own terms. Supporting The Journey means supporting a vision of storytelling that belongs to the people living it, not producers, not editors, not gossip blogs. So here is where you come in. If you are ready to see Rashida and Kirk, not just as characters but as creators, if you want to witness growth rather than recycled drama, then this is your chance. Follow them, stream their new project, share the episodes, and become part of the movement that champions second chances and personal growth. Whether you've been a fan since day one or a skeptic who couldn't look away, this next chapter is your opportunity to engage with their story in a new way. Don't just watch passively, participate actively. Join the conversations, spread the word, and let your voice be heard as this new chapter unfolds. This is more than a show, it's a legacy in the making. A legacy that challenges the notion that reality stars are forever bound to their past narratives. A legacy that proves couples can evolve, families can heal, and individuals can grow in ways that surprise even their harshest critics. Your support will help shape what The Journey becomes by streaming, subscribing, and sharing. You're not just boosting a project or validating the importance of telling real, unfiltered stories. You're saying yes to growth, yes to change, and yes to the possibility that even the most public of relationships can teach us something about perseverance, forgiveness, and love. So take action now. Make sure you're following Kirk and Rashida on their platforms. Stay tuned for updates, and be among the first to experience the journey. Talk about it with your friends. Bring it to your timelines, and keep the dialogue alive. Because the truth is, this story was never just theirs, it was always ours too. And the next chapter is about to begin. The cameras may have stopped rolling on Love and Hip Hop, but the story is far from over. In fact, it's just getting started. Be part of the journey. Because this time, it's not about watching drama unfold, it's about watching transformation happen.